Hello, my name's Fiona, I'm an illustrator, and today I have for you a time-lapse of a digital painting inspired by probably my favourite movie of all time, Kiki's Delivery Service. So I do this in Procreate, which is an amazing digital art tool. The brushes and everything just act in such an intuitive way. I don't think I could ever go back to Photoshop after using this. And one of the many benefits of it is that it automatically records a time-lapse of everything you draw, which is what we are watching right now. Anyway, I thought I could just chat to you while we watch this speed paint about the process of putting this together, the decisions I made and stuff like that. So when it comes to painting and illustrating, the main part of it that I personally struggle with the most, the part that I find by far the most difficult, is colouring. It's picking colour palettes. It just does not come naturally to me at all in the same way that the actual drawing does, and I'm really indecisive about it. And that's why digital painting is so great for me, because I can chop and change the colours over and over as many times as I like without ending up with loads of thick paint crusted onto my piece of paper or wasting loads of paint mixing colours. But yeah, like things like colour relativity is particularly baffling to me, like how the same shade of green might look either blue or yellow depending on what you put it next to. I do understand it in theory, but I can just never seem to predict or plan how it'll work at all. But that being said, I do find it easier to do the actual drawing itself on physical paper. You might have spotted at the start of this speed paint that I tried sketching the design right onto the Procreate canvas, but I just could not make it sit right. So I ended up drawing it on paper and then tracing a photo of that, which just works better for me. I can't really explain why, that's just what I like to do. So the idea I had from the outset for this drawing was to do this in quite a flat folk arts kind of style, like with a black background. I've been really inspired by European folk art recently. I think that comes across in a lot of what I've been making these days. I want the drawing to feel 2D, like it exists on one flat plane, like it's in a storybook world, if that makes sense. I think it's a fun style. And I'm also perpetually into moons and stars and the night sky and that kind of thing. So I thought it could be really nice to use the curvature of like a crescent moon as a sort of frame for a portrait like this. So that was the idea behind it. But yeah, as for how I colour, figuring out how I like to colour has been a very long journey with lots of frustrations and abandoned paintings because, like I said, I do really struggle with it. But I think I've landed on what I like, which is block flat colours with texture added over the top in different layers. I don't really like blending colours within one layer in like a painterly sort of way. I find for me that just gets muddy and messy too easily. And I like each colour to be in its own layer so I can change it more easily. So for example, what I've done like with the leaves here is I've done the base flat medium green in one layer, and then I've used a clipping mask layer over the top and picked a very textured brush in a lighter colour and just abstractly sketched over the top. And I think that gives a really nice effect. The Procreate brushes that I use the most, by the way, the ones that I'm using in this, if anyone's interested, are I use the HB pencil a lot, the 6B pencil, Gloaming is a nice one, so is Oberon. And then when I do my little overlay textures I was talking about, Hartz is really nice for that. So mostly just default brushes really. I think there's a lot you can do with the default brushes. So I know some people might be thinking, oh, that doesn't really look like Kiki that much if you're a fan of the film. But I really didn't want to copy the original Miyazaki illustrations too closely. I wanted to put my own spin on it kind of thing and do it in my own art style. My favourite kind of fan art is the stuff that is only obvious to people who are already fans of the thing, if that makes sense. Like stuff that could, just be a nice thing in its own right. Like I want people to be like, oh, is that Kiki? It is! And for other people to be like, oh, that's a cute witch. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, here is the finished thing. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it really goes well with my other work and the kind of brand I'm trying to do with my shop. And I hope Kiki fans like it too. I'm going to be making prints of these, so please keep your eyes out for that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!